Hey, good morning, guys. It is Saturday, 6. Good morning, Walmart. Okay, there's literally a marathon that's going on. And that's reminded me of my first day. We had a late night last night, so we are on our way to go get some coffee. To go get energized and start this day. We're only going to be out for about 4 hours today, but as always, the goal is to get at least $50. Let's go. Alright guys, so now that I am caffeinated and a little bit more awake, welcome back. It's Saturday morning. We finally got to the parking lot of Walmart. We turned on Spark a few minutes ago, and we're still waiting for an order. As always, the goal is to reach $50 for the day, but I'm not gonna stay out too long today. I'm only here till about 11, so give or take about 4 hours out. Hopefully, oh wow, no, not an order for me. Hopefully we can reach our $50. I'm trying to practice what I preach and have a little self-care day as well. After the shift today, I will be heading to Santa Barbara just for a little day trip. I really want to try their clam chowder. So if you guys have any good places that in the SoCal area that you know that's really good clam chowder, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know where the best clam chowder is in SoCal. Ooh. Talking about clam chowder. Looks like we may have gotten an order. Okay. I'm gonna go take this order. It is $14.70 for 7 miles, 3 drop-offs. I feel like that's a good start on the morning. Alright, so I have to be in the curbside pickup in about 15 minutes. Alright, so talk to you guys soon. Oh boy, I'm over here just waiting for my order, and I see it looks like there's someone that's new here, and just reminded me of my first day doing Spark. I was so nervous, especially I didn't know anyone doing this, so all I was doing at that time was trying to eat up all the content that I can really like watch and see how other people are doing it. I'm a visual learner, so I have to see how a process goes. So man, brings me back to old times. Just reminds me of like what are some mistakes that I've learned from doing this. The beginning of my Spark or gig journey, I guess you could put it that way, is that I didn't track miles originally. Oh my gosh, I didn't track miles, but thankfully, after watching a few YouTube videos, I've realized how important it is to track miles. And I haven't filed my taxes yet, but I'm already on the process of putting all my numbers in. But ooh, I can tell you that the mileage, that helps. That does help a lot. Another thing that I remember is accepting those upside down orders. I don't know why when I first started, I felt like I just had to I had to accept every order. And it literally states on the Walmart app that, you know, the acceptance rate was know your areas. There are areas here, there's areas everywhere that you're like, okay, I'll take the order. I'm fine with that area. Remember to scan your orders before you accept it. And the reason why is the more you do this, the more you understand your nose. Ooh, that's a big thing. Know your nose. And what I mean by know your nose is that for example, me, I will not take an alcoholic order. And the reason why is that most of the alcoholic orders that I've experienced is at nighttime, and you have to scan your ID, and I really don't want to be out and about in an unknown area that I'm not familiar with getting an order. It's, you know, just try to watch out for myself. Another reason why is you don't want to be lugging a giant TV in a small car. So if that's gonna happen, then you're gonna have to cancel the order and you just wasted your time. Or another reason why why you should scan your order is because you do not want to be taking 4 cases of water up to like a 3rd floor with no elevator. And I have to admit that that was me. Just know your nose, but the only way you'll know your nose is if you, the longer you do this, the more you'll understand what are your limits. Whew. All right, guys, so that was the first one down. Kind of out of breath. Oh my gosh, I'm so out of shape. Next delivery is about 1.2 miles, 4 minutes away. So another thing that I just remembered is that if you're a new, let's just say gig worker, but more specifically Spark, because that's what I'm primarily using. So if you are new to this, make sure you double check the address. And what I mean by that is that there's an address on the app, but for Walmart, it has you transferring or navigating to a different app like Apple Maps or Google Maps. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, for some reason, it gives you the wrong address. It's probably like a house or 2 off. Good morning, Walmart. We have some good momentum right now. We just dropped off our 2nd order. And another thing that I just remembered from that one was that make sure you read any customer notes. For that specific order, the customer wanted or asked me to knock on the door and just do not place the groceries on the ground until she is made aware that there is that the order has been placed. So I could not film that, but there's something going around over there in that neighborhood. There's like SWAT cars and everything. Okay, there's literally a marathon that's going on. That is why there's all these cops out. I thought they were SWATs, but I don't, why are they wearing, the ones over there, they had like an arm vest or something. Oh, I don't know. All right, so last order done. Another tip to kind of remember, well, not kind of, but another tip to remember is that when dropping off an order, especially if it's a leave at door order, make sure you are not blocking any of the doorway. And what I mean by that is that you could tell if the door opens inside the house or it opens going out. So, for example, this last house that I just dropped off at, their door opens in. So I just pushed it to the side basically, so as soon as they open the door, they can at least get their orders, and it's not blocking any of their pathway for them to get their groceries. Alright guys, so we just took another order. I don't usually take these kind of orders. $13.12 for 9 miles, but I screened the order. They're all just light items anyway. Just completed that last drop off, and another tip for new drivers out there: give yourself a goal. And what I mean by that is, give yourself a goal as how much are you going to be making that day, and how much do you want to make that week. And the reason why that's a tip, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be out here all day really just to be hustling money. Alright guys, so we just picked up another order, $15, 4.9 miles. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we just finished off that 3 drop-off order. That was pretty quick. It was only 4 miles. So I have one last tip for the new delivery drivers out there, and I believe this is going to be the most important one. And the last tip of the day, or the last tip, is going to be: make sure you set aside time for yourself and your loved ones. At the end of the day, the money's going to be out there, but you won't, because you're going to be out here. We're going to finish off the video today. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday ride-along. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Some days are good, some days are bad, and we did not meet our goal today. We are ending off the shift with 42.86. I'm going to put my earnings right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys made it all the way here, drop a pineapple emoji in the comments so I will let me know that you guys made it all the way here. Alright guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace.